few minutes before 7, so Facebook can let you, Facebook. I'm so used to saying that. YouTube can let you know I got live, and that gives me a chance to check my settings and make sure everything looks great. Today is Wednesday, July 15th. Can you believe that? We are in the middle of July. Where did the first 6 months of this year go? And here in Southwest Ontario today, it is a very hot and humid one. Plus, we have smoke coming. Our air quality is not the best because we have smoke coming in from Northern Ontario. So, it was a great day to stay inside and create, and I'm so excited to share with you tonight the new metallic magic, which is our new hot foil system. I'm just typing a comment. So I would love to know, what did you do today? Is it hot where you are? I feel like it's hot everywhere. But yeah, like it's actually very eerie looking outside right now, if I wanted to tell you the truth. The sky is like orange, like it's really, really crazy. Anyways, I am popping on just a few minutes. This YouTube, I'm learning it. I set my video, I send out the link, and then it won't let me go live, which drives me crazy. So I really need to work on that, and you figure it out. My daughter will always say, Google it, Mom, there's always answers. So that's what I need to do. So let's just talk for a few minutes and let everyone, hopefully YouTube will let you know I've gone live. So my name is Anne Granger, and I'm an independent Stampin' Hot demonstrator in the beautiful town of Dorchester, Ontario, Canada, and I'm excited to be with you. I have been crafting for 19 years. I have been a demonstrator for that long, and I'm telling you, when I saw this new system come out, I was like, do I really need it? I don't think so. As demonstrators, we found out back in early March, like March, April, and we were asked to kind of keep it secret till Stampin' Hot was ready to release it. And I was like, do I need it? Don't I need it? Should I get it? Shouldn't I get it? I decided to get it because as a leader, I am the team leader for Stamp to Create. And I was like, you know what? I want to be able to show my team. Maybe they might not want to invest in it, but I can show them what the possibilities are. Let me tell you, I have not had so much fun in my craft room in a very long time. I remember the first time I watched someone go like heat emboss, I was like, whoa, like that magical, like when you heat it and you see it shine. Let me tell you, when I tried this out and I peeled off my first foil, I think I let out a squeal. My daughters were like, Mom, what's going on? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love the new foiling system, and the reason why it's not as messy with embossing powder. So tonight I'm going to show you what it's all about, and I'm going to show you some samples, and we're going to create a card. Now I know this is not new to the crafting world. There's many foil systems out there, but it is new to Stampin' Up! And it is new to me. I have never foiled before in my life, and let me just tell you, I am addicted and I am hooked. I am having so much fun. I actually need to figure out like my desk setup so I can maybe leave it on my desk, but also I think I need an extension cord. So tonight I'm hoping it will all work so that I can show you how I can do this. So let's go through and just show you what everything is about. If you're here, say hi. Let me know you're watching live, and if you're watching on the replay, shout out to those replay warriors, because I know this time of year is very busy. Lots of summer sports happening, maybe baseball, maybe soccer. Maybe you're just getting home and eating supper, or maybe you're like, I don't know about you, but sometimes like I'll watch videos when I'm in my craft room. I'll put them on in the background when I'm creating, and that helps me get some inspiration. So, all right, let's dive into the world of hot foiling and the foil system and what I have. Now, I don't have a lot of the products, but I have some samples. Last week I was visiting my friend Mary, and she's in the States, and she's in Ohio, and she actually had got it and never pulled it out of her box yet. So we pulled it out and we created. So I have some samples that I created with her. I have some samples that I created with one of the bundles, and I have some samples I shared with another bundle, and we're going to create a card. So let's dive in. If you have any questions, please let me know. As I said, this is not new to the Stampin' Up, to the crafting world, but it is new to the Stampin' Up world. So the system, I'm going to call this the Hot Foil System, is this, you get this platform. So this is your heating platform. You get this like little docking, silicone docking sheet. So while I'm showing you, I'm just going to make sure that I want to heat it up. So, okay, so we're gonna heat it up because it takes about 6 minutes when you're first using it. Actually, no, we're not gonna heat it up yet because I have some things to share with you. Then I will do that. Okay, so it comes with the system. It comes with a silicone mat. Also comes with a charger and a cord, and that will be specific markets. So if you're in North America, Europe, or South Pacific, it will be specific to that. It comes with a silicone tray, and this is for you to put your hot dies on when you're done. You have this magic wand, and it's magnetic, so you can pick it up, your dies up, and then you can like drop them down in here so that they can cool. So that's just kind of like our little silicone mat and wand. And then it comes with a hot foil shim and a hot foil spacer. So this is what you need to put through everything, and I'm going to show you how that works. This will only work with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It was designed to fit in our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So if you have one of those machines, then this would work perfect. If you have other machines out there, I can't guarantee you they work, but I also can't guarantee you, Stampin' Up has said if you use it in a different machine, it might void the warranty. So I just wanted to put that out there. It comes with, currently, we have 3 sets of foils. So we have pink, gold, and silver, and they come on these little rolls. Now, I have been doing a lot, and I have not even gone through a roll yet, but I'm gonna give you this little tip. There's this little sticker. So when you pull this sticker off to create your, get your foil, stick it onto like a case or your table or something, because then you could use it to put it back on. And then that helps keep everything rolled up. If you have, if you've been a crafter for a long time, you might have had our wooden cases. These fit our rolls perfectly. You can fit 6 in here. So these are the 3, so you get 2 in a pack. And Stampin' Up has said these are the first colors released. I can tell you, Stampin' Up has shared with us that there will be more colors coming and more products. Hopefully in the next few months, but for now I'm excited to what you can do with these. These are beautiful. Okay, so you have your foil, then you have what is called your stamp, so you have your system, you have your foils. Now what you need is your dies. So I'm going to show you just in the flyer for a minute, then I'll show you. So if you were to purchase a system here in Canada, I am in Canada, it is $2.19. That seems like a lot, but you do get a lot. You get all those products I just shared with you. Now you would have to purchase your foil on top, but you also get a Craft Class Metallic Magic. That class is valued at $41, and you will, if you purchase from now, this machine from now to January, you will get that video. That video is actually going to be replayed next week. The class is next week, but it will be on demand, so you will always get the replay. I'm excited. It's a Facebook group right now, and some of the ideas that people have been putting in this Facebook group blows my mind how they even think about these things. So the neat thing about our hot foil system is Stampin' Up has done it so that it coordinates with our stamps and dies. So as you can see, we have a selection of dies and stamps, and some you can just use as stamps, and others you can use as dies, and others you can use with the foil. If you see like this gold labeling right here, that means it's a hot foil die. It means it's meant to go on our die system. I'm going to show you this and this. I actually have these 2 bundles, but I'm going to show you some samples. So there's actually there's 4 there, and then there's some more here. So these are all bundles. These are singles, and then here's your hot foils, and then there's some replacements. So you can easily download this PDF. Also, you can head to an online, like my online store, Stamp with Anne, and click stampwithanne.com and click Hot Foil System. You'll see it all. So let's dive in and show you some of the samples that I created. Now, some of these samples I've created here at home and some I created with my friend Mary. As I said, it is new to me and I can't tell you how much fun I've had. I can't tell you how much joy it brings to me to come in my craft room and just create. I was waiting on an order and it arrived literally at like shortly after 4 today. I quickly unpacked it and I started creating samples because I wanted to show you some more samples tonight. Because I really truly believe the more you see something, the more you might fall in love with it. And I'm going to show you how we can mix a little bit of old with a little bit of new. So the first sample I am sharing with you is the Garden Silhouette. So this is a stamp set that is single. It's a single stamp set. We used gold foil on Berry Burst two-tone cardstock. This is one that I created with my friend Mary last week. We used the light side, rolled it through with the gold foil, and then we paired it on to Berry Burst, the dark side, and then onto a basic white. We brought in the gold mesh, and now here, I don't have this one, but I definitely think I'm going to get it. This is, I'm going to show you this one because this is kind of a neat one. If you were like looking at like, you know, maybe you want to invest in it. I know it's a lot of money and I know people's budgets are right, but you can save, maybe ask for it for Christmas. Christmas is coming down the road sooner than we think. So this die here is this one here. So it actually comes with a stamp set and die. The stamp set is just a single-lone. You can just create cards with just that stamp set. But what I like about here is you get all these wordings, like greetings. So you're going to foil them up. So you're going to run the die through with all the foil. And then you have these die to cut them out. And then it cuts out all those. So it's like one stop, like one stamp, one die, one foil die, and one hot foil die, one full die. But then you're going to have a bunch of greetings. So imagine if you did them in like different colors. And then you could just have them in containers and pull them out when you need it. So that one is a really neat one. So that was the Garden Silhouette, which was really, really pretty. My friend Mary had, this is called polka dots. I think it's called Swiss, what is it called? Swiss dots. It is another background stamp, which is right here. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's just like a whole bunch of little dots. So we did the pink foil on basic white, and then we ran it through with the party alphabet dies. And I used, so this is Bubble Bath with Hydrangea Hues, and I used the new Swirls of Magic embossing folder. I haven't decided if I'm going to add some embellishments or like a bow, but for right now, I just thought, how cute is that? Like that is a super cute baby card with those little polka dots. It would be nice if we came out with like a blue foil, so then you can have like a baby girl, baby boy. So that's another one. So I'm going to put those away. So one of the sets that I got when I first saw this, so I bought the machine and I bought just one bundle. Because I was like, you know what, I just want to try this out. I purchased the Butterfly Flight hot foil dies, and it actually comes with a set of masks. You can buy just the dies, or you can buy just the masks, and you can buy them as a bundle. So as you see, this here shows you that it's gold, which means it's for foiling. So anything that's golden means it's a hot foil die, and then this is a regular die. So I'm going to show you. I'm still trying to figure out what is the best system for my dies, but I found that this fits in here, so I'm going to do this. So as you can see, this is the hot foil die. It has a smooth back. It's kind of like Teflon material. So it would just sit on your hot foil surface like that. Obviously when it's hot, you're not going to want to pick it up like I did. But the neat thing about this is that you can foil your butterflies, and then you can cut them out with just regular, like your regular dies you would use. Or you could use, you could just use the dies and the masks. So I'm going to show you some samples with this because I've created a lot. I actually really like this bundle. So if you were to say like, which one would you purchase? I think this has a lot of potential in what you can do with it. So let's show you, and I'm going to show you the dies in a minute. So the first one I did just playing around was I used the dies, the hot foil dies with silver foil. And then I used the masks. So let's pull these masks out to show you. There's a set of 4. They're right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you want to use the notch all together. So when you're laying these down, you want the notch to be at the side. They are numbered. I found it really hard to see. So I just used a Sharpie marker to mark them so I knew which one it was. So what you're going to do is you're going to take mask number 1. So that would be step 1. So you're going to foil first. And then you're going to put this down. So what I did was I put this down and then I colored in with Hydrangea hue. So you can see how pretty that is. Then I took number 2, and you can see that it covers what you just did. Here, I'm just trying to match it up. It covers what you just did. So then it's going to cover a different part of your butterfly. So then I used Bubble Bath and sponged it. Now, with these masks, I would highly recommend using our blending brushes. We have 2 sizes. We have a big one and a small one. I prefer the small one because I find I can easily maneuver it around with my hand. And just one of the things that I've done, because I like to, you can like use it and wash it. But I found I just like to have one for the color that I'm using. So I just use my Dymo maker and I labeled them. And then I have like a cute, I had a plant came in it and it was a beautiful little like holder. And I was like, oh, I really like that. So actually it's what I put all my my blending brushes in. So there's our blending brushes. So that we come in big or small and you get 3 in a pack. And then you would continue on, you would do 3. Now, obviously, if you were using 4, because 4 is the body, you're not going to want to go over your silver. So that would be more if you were just using the masks on their own. So Hydrangea Hues, Bubble Bath, and Poppy Parade, you can see how the shine is. The neat thing about it, it's smooth. It's not, when you heat emboss, it's kind of like, it's raised. This is flat and smooth. So there's one. So then I was playing around. This is actually what I did this afternoon. So when this came, Stampin' Up! Has these color coaches out. And they're just like little coaches. They come in all of our 50, I think we have 53 colors, and it gives you color combinations. So I pulled it out and I was like, what goes with Peaceful Pine? So I went Peaceful Pine, Crisp Cantaloupe, and Lost Lagoon. So let's show you what that looks like. So what I did, Crisp Cantaloupe first, then I did Lost Lagoon, and then I went for Peaceful Pine. How pretty are those? And I embossed in the hot foiled in silver. So the neat thing about this is I have these all done. Now I'm just going to cut them out and put them in a container, and then guess what? I have butterflies to add to projects when I'm ready. So that was a really neat combo. So they're just saying that these came from that. So then I tried another one. This one was Lemon Lolly, Pool Party, and Lost Lagoon. How pretty is that one? Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry about that. I really like this. I have to learn when I'm blending. It's a soft touch, and I tend to blend like till it's really full, but you just want a soft touch. So I did Lemon Lolly first. Then I did Pool Party, and then I did Lost Lagoon. But how beautiful are those butterflies? Aren't they super nice? It's just stunning. This one I did gold foil. So here's another one I did with gold foil. I did Hydrangea Hues, Bubble Bath, and Poppy Parade. I just wanted to do it, but I did it kind of backwards just to see what that looked like. Also in that gold, you can see that really nice shine on the gold when I flip it there. Here is the pink foil. I haven't colored anything with these yet. You can also color these with blends. So these ones I used blending brushes, but on what I did was I actually did pink. Let me see where here. And I actually used my stamping blends. So I did pink foil on basic white. And I colored in Melon Mambo, Real Red, and Flirty Flamingo. So that just gives you another way that you can color. So you can use your Stampin' Blends, you can use your blending brushes and ink. You could probably use watercolor crayons in Blender Pen, but that would be a lot. Just look at that. How pretty is that? So I've cut out a bunch of those. Let me show you another one. So I decided I would try it on designer series paper. So I tried this on designer series paper. This is the Beautiful Ordinary DSP. I thought that would be like a really cute, like baby boy, like a card, like a soft baby girl, like a baby card, but just in a different. So I haven't really done anything with that. I just wanted to show you what that looked like on DSP. So then the neat thing about this, oh, here's a trick. So I'm gonna actually talk to you about this. So when you cut this out, you actually get a negative. So let me just show you. So when I did, okay, so here, let me see. So when I did these pink ones, right, I did my foil, I peeled it off, I got my foil on my basic white, but then I have this negative. Don't throw these out because you can use these to create cards with. So what you're going to want to do is use adhesive sheets. So if you don't have adhesive sheets, you're going to want to add those to your list. Even if you don't have a hot foil system, you really want them because they're perfect for like those little fine dies when you're doing. So you're going to want to do that, but I want to give you a tip. Don't do what I did. See, look, tip, break this down right here. I put the adhesive strip down and then I put my foil up. My foil was supposed to go down because if I show you here, let me pull out these dies. So if I pull out these cutting dies to cut out my foil, look, they don't match up. What I meant to do was put my foil down, the shiny side down, and then they would have cut out. So always make sure your foil is shiny side down and not shiny side up because you'll make a mistake like I did. But that's a good learning curve because now it's like, don't do what Anne did, right? You got to learn. That you always learn by your mistakes. That's what I always tell the students I work with. You learn from your mistakes. So yeah, okay, so I got a big mess here. Let me just move some stuff out of my way. Okay, so what I did was, so I just used, once again, one of those big cases, and I put these all in here, so eventually when I want to create with them, I have all these foils ready to go. So technically, you're not really wasting any of the foil because you can use the positive and the negative to make a project. All right, so let me put that over there. So let me show you, so here's just, here is the pink foil on designer series paper. I used the Beautiful Extraordinary DSP. I think that's what it's called. It's the one that goes with the Beautiful Extraordinary suite. So that just shows you like how beautiful those look. And then I used the negative side and created, so I was like, just what will that do? And look at those butterflies. Look how beautiful that is. Like the possibilities are endless on what you can do with this. But there's the negative side. So I used the positive side and I used the negative side, and really you're not wasting any butterflies or any of the product. And I just put them into a clear plastic bag. So I was playing around, just kind of like, you know, just creating samples. So I used Peaceful Pine two-tone cardstock. The smoother the cardstock, the smoother your foil will be. It does work on a regular cardstock, but two-tone was recommended. This is a Peaceful Pine two-tone cardstock with Fairy Vanilla. I stamped the Nature Sympathy stamp. I did full first in Peaceful Pine, and then I stamped off. I brought in a stylish shape circle. The greeting is from Prayers and Promises, which is a beautiful set. And then I brought in one of those little gold butterflies. I just thought that would be nice. And then I added some of the in color pearls just to like make that, but just how kind of like nice little shine that is. All right, the last one I created, I wanted to use the everyday arch dies, and so I used those butterflies. Remember I told you I did pink foil on basic white, and then I used the I colored with my blends. I'm actually going to start heating our machine up here just so that it will be ready when we're ready to create. Let me just plug it in. Okay, so you can see that it just beat. It's hard to tell, but the red light is flashing and the white timer is on. It kind of looks orange in your view, but that's what it is. So I used that Beautiful Ordinary Designer Series paper, cut it out with the Everyday Arches. I had already colored these with the Real Red, Flirty Flamingo, and Melon Mambo, and I just added those. And then this is the new Swirl of Magic embossing folder. It's available now. It's part of our July online exclusive. It actually goes with a Halloween suite, but look at it in a different way. It is super fun. You could use it for birthday. You could use it for Christmas. There's lots of ways you could use that. So there is that. I should probably add some embellishments, but I haven't done that. So that is another card that I made. So that is all the butterfly, what is that called? What's the same? What is it called? Here it is. Butterfly Flight. That was that. So that's that one. Now the one I'm going to show you is one that just arrived today, and I'm so excited. When I first saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this one because I think it's just so beautiful and what you can do with it. So it's the Botanical Glow Bundle. So this is your Botanical Glow stamp set. So if you did not want to invest in the foil system, you could just get this stamp set. It's beautiful. It is a big stamp. So you're definitely going to want to have a big block, which is block F, or you can use like a positioning tool if you had one. But I'm going to show you this in a bit. I'm going to show you some samples and we're going to create one. So that is the stamp set. And now we know that this is the hot foil die because this is the gold foil. So that one we know is what we need. And so I'm just going to pull this out and get this ready. I'm actually just going to put this back here because I haven't figured out how I'm going to use that, put that die there yet. Let's just put this. I really truly need a Vanna or something bigger. Okay, so we are just currently waiting for this to heat up. When you're using it for the first time, it takes about 6 minutes to heat up. But what I did earlier when I was creating samples, I would create my sample and like run it through and then I would just heat it again. So if you're doing multiples, you won't need to wait this long as I am. All right, so let's show you some samples with the Botanical Glow. We'll put that there. So this was the first card I created last week with my friend Mary. We used the Peaceful Pine two-tone cardstock. We stamped in Peaceful Pine ink. We did that gold foil leaf. Isn't that beautiful? Brought in the gold mesh, and then there's that lovely gold labels from that, what is that called? Sweetly Script, or Script Sweetly, what is it called? I can't see that far. Sweetly Sentimental, that's what it is. And then we had some gold embellishments. What I've come to learn, I was going through what had like, so Stampin' Up! Retires product every so often. So I was going through the list and I've come to learn that I love embellishments, but I don't use them all. Or I have rolls of ribbon that I have not used. So I have decided that I'm going to start to show some retired ribbon and embellishments because I feel we all have that in our stock. We probably have drawers and drawers of it. So anyways, there's one of the cards we made. So tonight, when I got my sample, I was like, okay, I really want to create some other samples. So this one is stunning. This is silver foil on Secret Sea. So this is the Nature Walks Designer Series paper. So I stamped the leaf in Secret Sea on the DSP, and I ran it through with a silver foil and the die. And then I added it to Secret Sea to basic white. I used the banner, what's it called? Banner sayings with the banner punch. And I was looking for silver ribbon. And as I said, this is called? I think it's just gold. It was gold and silver trim. So silver trim. And then I thought, let's add some rhinestones just to add that little bit of shine. Like, how pretty is that one? That is stunning. All right, so I wanted to make another one to show you what that looked like. So I used basically the same concept, but this one I stamped on Secret Sea two-tone cardstock. So I stamped my leaf with Secret Sea ink on two-tone cardstock. I did the silver foil, and then I used that banner die again, and then silver ribbon, and then I did the rhinestones again. So I mean, how many of us have rhinestones that we probably haven't used in a while? I thought I would make some birthday cards because I do birthday cards for work, and I thought that I could start stocking up on birthday cards for when I was ready to hand them out. So there's just a couple there to show you. So I did another one. I also used the Nature Walk Designer Series paper. This one I picked was a Pretty Peacock. So I stamped the leaf in Pretty Peacock, and then I did the gold foil, backed it on to Pretty Peacock, and then Basic White. Did the banner again, used the banner sayings stamp set with the banner punch, and then brought in that gold trim. I didn't put embellishments on this one because I would really love some gold embellishments, so I have to go see if we actually have current ones. And if we do, I need to buy some. So I think that will be really pretty with the gold foil. Or Pretty Peacock, which I don't think we have Pretty Peacock ones. So thought that would be nice. So there's those. So the card we're actually going to make tonight. So as I was sitting here making all these, thinking, oh my gosh, like what am I going to do for my YouTube live tonight? I really wanted to create a card and show you. Okay, so let me just move these out of the way, and then I'll show you. So this just beat. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay our die down on the system, and I'm going to press a timer. Now you're going to see this yellow light flashing. That tells me that it's heating up the die. So this is what we want. And once it's all green, we're going to be able to create the card. So what I was sitting here looking on my desk, and I actually have the new Stitch Stocking Suite. I was prepping some samples, and I thought, oh my gosh, why can't I make a pretty Christmas card? It's Christmas in July. Last week when I was in the United States, I was in Hobby Lobby, and their fall stuff was on sale, and their Christmas stuff was coming out. So Christmas is coming out, which is crazy. It's only July. We're just starting summer, but this is the card we're going to make tonight. So I used the, I think it's called, I don't even know what the DSP is called, Stitch Stocking DSP. I'm going to showcase this next week, I think. So I used this plaid because I was like, oh my gosh, how pretty is that? So I stamped the leaf in, and we're actually going to do that. So let's get that started so we can get ready to do this when it foils in. All right, so I'm gonna put this up here for us. So here is this plaid, look at that. And as I said, we're gonna use this suite. I have the big leaf. I'm using Peaceful Pine. So this is our new magnetic ink pads, which are wonderful. Oh, there we're ready. So let's just quickly do this. So it just beeped and it's telling me that it's ready. You can see that green light is flashing. That means my system is ready for me to use the foil. All right. I'm just going to put this down. This is a big block. And I'm just going to push it like that. Okay. And there we go. I'm just going to put that over there. Now the green light is on. This means we are ready to foil. So what we're going to do, I've already cut a piece of gold foil. We're just going to lay the foil down. And then we're going to lay our piece of stamped image, or just stamped right now that we did. Okay, then I'm going to take the hot foil shim, put that down, and I'm going to take the hot foil spacer and put that down. Now we are ready to emboss it, or not emboss it, foil it. So let me bring some stuff out of my way here so I can show you what we're doing. As I said to you, this foil system is meant to go with our Stampin' Hot Emboss. So if you do not have one, I know it's a big investment. Maybe you purchase one first, ask for one for your birthday, your Christmas, save up. However, if this is something you're really interested in, also you could join as a demonstrator. That would be the best way. We're gonna unplug it. So as I said to you, if I was heating this up and using again, once I was done embossing, I'm gonna call it embossing because that's what I feel like it is, but we're rolling the foil. I would plug it back in so then it's quickly. You're going to take this platform and you're gonna put it right here in the machine. Now, the trick with this is you want to roll slow. When we die cut, we run fast. This one, you really want to roll it very slow, like really slow. If you do it fast, the rollers are not going to transfer the foil onto the paper. So if you roll it slow, you're helping that process happen a little bit. It's hard. Trust me, I think the first few times I did it, I was like, remember, Anne, you gotta go slow. Remember, Anne, you gotta go slow. All right, so we're just gonna take this platform and we're gonna put it back over here. Let me just move my Stampin' Cut out of my way. All right. So now we're going to take off. Okay, hold on. We're going to take off this. There's that shimmy. So we can put that there. Okay, so here's this magic wand. We're just going to pick this up. See, it's attached to my magic wand. And I'm going to put it on my little silicone tray. Pop it off. Wonderful. I do find that big garden silhouette die, you almost might want 2 of these, but know that one works perfectly. Okay, so let's pull this off, and you will get some foil on your shim. That's okay, it's not going to ruin it. All right, so here comes the magic. I'm going to pull it this way, and we're going to pull it slowly, and we're going to be like, drum roll. Okay, let's drum roll. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I love this part. And watch, just pull slowly. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that fun? How cool is that? There is your gold foil. It's smooth, it doesn't rub off, it's like on there, and it just adds that little bit of extra shine. As I said, you have this negative piece, so now you can save it for your next project. All right, so let's go back to creating our card. We're going to put this down onto our cherry cobbler. So I went Peaceful Pine with cherry cobbler, and these colors are actually in the Stitch Stocking Suite. I think that's what it's called. And then I decided to do it on Very Vanilla because I think Very Vanilla and cherry cobbler are very elegant together at Christmas. So let's go ahead and put that down. I am using Stampin' Seal. I am a tape runner person more than glue, but will use glue when I need to. All right, so let me show you, and I will be showing this, I think I'm gonna do this next week for my YouTube live. But here is the Stitch Stocking Bundle. So this is the stamp set. These are the dies. So these are just ordinary dies, not meant to go with this. When I show you this next week, if you're a person who loves to quilt, you're gonna really love this. My mother-in-law was an avid quilter. We have many of her beautiful handiwork all around the house. We have we have quilts, we have runners, we have tree skirts, we have it all. If she was here today, she would have loved this suite. I know she would be asking me to make cards. So when I make this, I truly think of my mother-in-law, Kay. She was such an the idea she had. She just loved it, and she did all hand and like a little bit of sewing. So we're gonna use this greeting here, and on here we're gonna use this die. So I've already cut that die out for us just there, and then we're gonna use the greeting that says Merry Christmas. No, may your days be merry and bright, which I already have on a block for us. So let's just pull this in, and we're going to use cherry cobbler. And I need to pull this closer so I can see it. Oh, that's okay. We didn't get it quite fully, but that's all right. It's a little, I wonder if I can line it back up. If not, we'll cut a new one out. I'm going to try lining it back up. I missed the M. Let me see. Without making it. Oh, it's all right. Let's do another one. Hold on. We're going to cut out another one. Give me a minute. So, I should have had another one ready to go. So as you can see, here are these dies. They're super cute. As I said, we're going to dive into this one next week. Because I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some Christmas projects. It's so hot here in Ontario. Like, I do not do hot humidity. So this, to me, is like the perfect way to cool down. Think of the hot. I don't want the snow yet, but I'm just ready for this. All right, but I'm just running this through my embossing machine here quickly for us. And I'll come over here. Oh my gosh, I have a big mess to clean up. All right. So let me just clean this. I have my I almost need like swivels, right? Like you swivel around, you be like, okay, I'm done with this. Let's move to the next thing. All right, just had my cleaners all the way over there. All right, let's ink it up again. Now let's bring this a little closer again, and let's try this again. Good, push down. Ooh, that's pretty. There we go. Okay, so let me close this up so I don't stick my fingers in it. And I'm gonna put that over there. And I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. So here's a trick. Your dimensionals come like little hexagons like these. When it's done, don't throw out the outer edge because you have all these adhesives that you just use your scissors and cut. Okay. All right, so let's put that up. We're just gonna put that on here like that. Now I'm going to bring in, let me see. Actually, so I use, this is the gold mesh. It's called gold striped ribbon, but I also have this little trim. So let's just see what, because I did one with the gold ribbon already. Let's see what it looks like with the trim. As I said, I'm trying to use up all the old ribbons and things because, oh my gosh, I pulled out and I was like, that is a brand new roll of ribbon. I haven't even used it. I was like, what the heck? I need to start using ribbons more. Because you want to buy them, right? You want to buy the ribbons to coordinate with your product. All right, I think I shared this tip with you before, but what I use is these binder clips. They were in a kit that Stampin' Up! Sold a long time ago. I just use the kit, the binder clips, and clip it to my ribbon so that when my ribbon sits on my shelf, it is like this and it's nice and neat and I can see that it's not messy. All right, let's pull in my glue dots, mini glue dots here. I think this is going to be more dainty than our other one. And let's just put that there. And I was going through and trying to figure out what do I have for cherry cobbler, and I have these, like these are way back, but cherry cobbler and pearl adhesives. Maybe you have these in your stash too. But if not, you could use rhinestones and color them with stamping blends if you had that. You could also use some others. Okay, so let's just put these down here. And there you go. There is our Christmas card created with the Botanical Glow Bundle. Oh, what do you guys think? Wasn't that pretty? I just love it. I just think how, imagine like sending this to somebody in the mail during the holiday season and they come home. Maybe they've had like a tough day at work, or you know, maybe it's cold and they had to shovel the snow and they come in and they open their mail and they see this beautiful card from you. Cards are like a hug in the middle. Their cards are like a hug. Imagine they would just feel that warm hug from you and they would feel, they would totally brighten their days. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our YouTube video tonight. Please tell your crafty friends to come join us on Wednesday nights. I go live Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I usually pick a product of the week, or I pick a product and we come create samples. So as I said, next week we're gonna do Christmas next week. But I hope that I inspired you with the gold foil, the hot foil system. Maybe you were like, wow, I wonder what that's all about. I hope I inspired you with it. Honestly, I think this bundle right here, the Botanical Glow one, is one of my favorites, along with the butterflies. So I think there's just so many different things you can do with it. So once this video uploads and processes, I will put these on my blog. So this will probably be on my blog on Friday. I'll give you the measurements and the product that I use so that you could easily recreate. Now, you could easily create this card without the gold foil. If you had the, you could use what you have in your, you could use the stash that you have in your, you could use the products you have in your crafting room, your own stash. Maybe you have very vanilla and green cherry cobbler. Maybe you have a different green designer series paper. Maybe you have some leaves you can stamp it. and then just find a label and greeting, and you can make a card similar to that. My goal is to inspire you, to get you into your craft rooms, because I know life is so crazy these days, and we all just need something that we can sit back, relax, and recharge our batteries. And I don't know about you, but crafting is that for me. I love the Stampin' Up community. I love sharing my ideas online, in person. It truly fills my bucket list. Fills my, not my bucket list, but fills my heart with love. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you make a card, send a card. Let's brighten somebody's day. And I will see you guys real soon. Have a great rest of your evening or day. Bye.